They come here for our sunny skies and iconic beaches, but the reality of academic life is often far from bright for many international students. Yuana Hadjo arrived in Australia from Indonesia just over a year ago. Excited by the idea of studying at an Australian university, she soon found she was out of depth in the classroom.
Dealing with my first assignment, it was unforgettable. Yes, I did it with my tears because I don't know how to write, even though I see the question. Even to understand the question is hard for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yuana isn't alone. With over 300,000 international students currently studying in Australia, for many, using the English language in an academic context comes as quite a shock.
I come from Indonesia that we don't speak English as our second language, so totally you have to dealing with the English and their language style in academic is different with your daily life. So
A recent Four Corners investigation unearthed corrupt practices within the international sector of Australian universities, including leniency on students' English levels. There are now concerns as to whether or not international students are well enough equipped to enter not only universities, but the Australian workforce at large. Mez Bayuden is a former international student who graduated last year. Now working as an accountant for a major company here in Sydney, he believes university didn't prepare him enough for the reality of working life here in Australia.
The universities only gives you classes on how to write a resume and only how to get small internships, but not at all how to prepare yourself to be in a workforce. Because it's totally different ballgame when you're working in a big company or in a big corporate area. At first, when I started, my favorite word used to be pardon, sorry. Can you repeat that again?
So, are our universities leaving international students stranded when it comes to dealing with the difficulties of academic life in a foreign country? David Saltier works as an advisor at the Help Centre at the University of Technology, Sydney. He sees day to day the struggles international students have when it comes to their studies.
So even though students may have actually been able to enroll, some of them are still finding it a little bit challenging keeping up with lectures, because obviously studying English in their home country or from a textbook is different to being here in Australia live, where they're dealing with the pace, the speed of the lecture delivery, the density of the content.
David believes there needs to be tighter procedures when it comes to accepting international students into Australian universities.
I think that perhaps the university screening process, not just here at UTS but generally in Australia, could become more stringent, so that not that we're intentionally trying to filter out students, but try to ensure that the students that are enrolling are appropriately equipped with the linguistic skills and the academic skills to survive during their learning journey.
For Yuana, however, the opportunity to study here in Australia is worth the hard work.
I'm so lucky to be one of them that have this experience, this opportunity to study abroad and experience many things here. And hopefully I can motivate and inspire some others in my city to pursue their dreams.
Laura Martin, Just Landed News.